All right, this is it. It's showtime.
All right, fine. We'll do that.
All right, fine. We'll do that. Okay, so it's been a while since I have streamed on the PlayStation 5. It seems like everything is working as it should. I see my mic is being represented in OBS. I see audio is being output through the PS5. So things seem to be doing all right. So, that's a little disconcerting. Seems like the audio is a little delayed when I move up and down. It should be press down beep, but it's like the beep is a second and a half late. Maybe there's an option for it. Oh, music, voiceover, cutscene volume, audio mix, default, or dynamic. Boost the volume of the bass and the treble. Treble reducer. Remove the treble. Mid booster, mid reducer, 1, 2. Wow. Having the audio mix even as an option is pretty crazy. Sound reflection. When enabled, it is easier to perceive the proximity to walls and other structures by listening to the initial echoes. These are new sound options I've never experienced before. Also, I turned off the wireless controller speaker because, well, you know, a lot of PlayStation 5 games have the wireless speaker and the controller being used to give some sort of audio depth. For example, in Astrobot, whenever you did anything, it would be echoed in the wireless speaker. Final Fantasy VII, the second part, whatever that was called, would have one of the characters in the game talk to you, and it would sound like it was through a walkie-talkie, and the audio would come out of your controller, which gives it more of a walkie-talkie sound. I hate it, so we turn that shit off. As far as the game's audio, this is where we would do any of the adjusting. I don't have a slider for it exactly. I do have OBS up, and I can reduce the game's audio there, but it would reduce, I think, everything instead of just the game. So let me know if it's a bit too loud. It shouldn't be, but let me know if it is. Controls! Oh boy. Okay, so this game on the PlayStation 2 had a very deep control scheme. Pressure-sensitive buttons were all put into full effect. And I mean, like, if you were to grab and hold an enemy and then try to interrogate them, if you press the button just a little too hard, you would kill them. So you couldn't just, like, grab, hold, press square, and then just, like, press square like you would normally press square, like all the way to the bottom. You had to hover square just like a quarter of a centimeter so that you didn't murder the man while you're holding a knife over his neck and telling him to spill the beans before he spills guts. This is probably going to be no different. So I will likely accidentally murder people. Now, we'll need the vibration on, I'm sure. I'm sure. Aim assist, no. No. I don't want, no. No aim assist. Switch camera stick, no. Look sense, aim sense, first person view scope camera sensitivity, inverted aim. You know, there was a time when I would actually play all of my FPS games with inverted aim. Inverted aim vertical, to be precise. My forward on the mouse would be aiming down, and my backward on the mouse would be aiming up. And one day I just switched it to see if I could enjoy it the more default way, and I couldn't go back. Like, immediately my arm was reprogrammed. I do have it set to performance for graphics mode because I just want it to work. I want the game to play well. I hate motion blur. I don't want to think about, like, any kind of stutter or whatever. I just want it to be smooth. So performance should give us that. We're at 1080p as far as our monitor goes anyway. 60 FPS max, that sounds great. See, quality would be great if you want to take screenshots. It's 30 FPS, but like the resolution's a little bit higher. I don't really know about depth of field. I'll just leave it as it is. Filter new style. Apply a filter that changes the look and feel of the game when playing in new style. apply a filter that changes the look and feel of the game when playing in Legacy style. I don't know what any of this means. Okay. Action movie, Bleach, Bypass, Retro, Brown, Monochrome, and Nostalgic, Legacy? We'll just leave that more or less as it was. Game, change play style. New style, play with controls that are in line with modern action games. Legacy style, play with controls that are the same as the original version of the game. I'm not sure which of these would be better for me. Like, I've played Legacy style every single time. Every single time. However, new style would probably be something that would make more sense, but it wouldn't be how I remembered it, so we'll just stay with Legacy style. Customize HUD, show... Yes, we want blood! Default camera distance, new style. Camera shake strong. Show headgear during cutscenes? Yes! Of course! If I'm wearing the Croc helmet, I want it in the cutscene, damn it. Switching weapons and equipment, unequip. Previous, yeah, unequip is fine. Throw trajectory, placement display. Yeah, I want that on. Magazine region, USA. Choose the region where the decorative magazines found in game come from. This does not affect placeable magazines. This setting can only be changed from the main menu. Picking up downed enemies. Hold or toggle. We're gonna do hold. Yeah, I like hold. And I'm guessing this is like whether or not there will be Japanese women on the magazines or American women on the magazines. Or European. Let's go, yeah. European sounds great. Display language English. This is all for the menus. Audio language English, Japanese. Okay. Cutscene subtitles on. Text size medium. I want you guys to be able to read along in case you need to. Text color white is fine. Give it a little bit of a background. Yeah, that sounds good. What was that noise? We'll leave this small with no background because this is just going to be for whoever wants to. Because, you know, some people watch with really low audio because either they don't want to wake somebody up nearby or they're on their own sneaking mission and they don't want to get caught, you know? There we go. Yeah, so we'll just have the text size be small though. I think it's going to be unimportant, whatever's being said, but it should be able to be read. So extras, we're not going to do any of the demo theater stuff. We're not going to do any of this stuff until we actually beat the game. But I'm very happy they included the HD Collections manual. I do have the HD Collection both on my PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation. Was it was it 3? Yeah, I think it was PlayStation 3 that came out with this. Yeah, I think so. I don't think it was a PS4 version. I think it was a PS3 version. Either way, HD Collection, I have both of those, and it's cool that the manual has been included. We don't have any gameplay stats to even talk about. We haven't eaten a single item of food found in the game. We haven't collected any of the camouflage, and so on and so forth. So let's just get started, huh? Oh, wow. Question. So when this game first came out, this was a question, and it was, I like MGS1, I like MGS2, and probably the first time option. Clear the game to obtain all of the additional equipment. Clear the game to... And I always assumed that it was some kind of difficulty change, but I think what it was, like, if you liked MGS2, that meant that you played MGS2 enough to know who the character that you might be looking like in the beginning of the game is. So I wonder if that's how it's going to be here. Clear the game to obtain all the additional equipment. Yeah, MGS4, face green, face brown. That's Old Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4. Peace Walker, uniform banana. Neat. These other ones from MGS3 down were not included in the PS2 version of the game because these weren't out yet. MGS3 was obviously out because you're playing it. 4 was not out. Peace Walker was not out. 5 obviously not out, and everything in the MGS series will certainly changed over time. Well, I do like everything in the MGS series. We'll just start there. Playstyle. freely movable third-person camera, move and fire weapons simultaneously. Overhead camera aiming is done in first-person view. Yes, that's how we'll be playing it. And we're going to play it on normal because I get wacky with my stealth hijinks, and I do not play for survival. I do not care whether I live or die. I simply just like to play, and I also like to play shenanigans. So we're gonna play normal. Yeah, we'll do pop-up tips only. Let's get started. Old Snake, new tricks.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Sunrise. External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
So those little zoom in spots I was doing, that's me hitting
Jack,
L2.
I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle. Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Go get your backpack. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Legacy style was this. You'd be able to move the camera around Snake, but you wouldn't be able to move the camera like you would in the modern day, which would give it a swivel. You are meant to basically move through the panorama of the forest, as is, and if you need to see something directly in front of you, you use the R1 key in order to get a first-person view. This is also how we're going to aim down sights in first-person view, as well as aim for heads and things like that. So, wow, though. I remember when they announced this, I was like, "There's just they've remade MGS3? What? 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 Impossible!" But here we are. I heard it's a one-for-one remake too. Like it's not they didn't like do a lot of things to change how people were speaking or altering dialogue or do anything like that. They just remade Metal Gear Solid 3. Speaking of, where is that branch? That's cool. R3 stand tall. Should be that way, I think. But you can't move in first person except for, you know, what a thrill. Except for like sidestepping this way and that way and this way and that way. So there's no first person like actual movement. It's just first person view. And okay, that's for combat. I'm relearning how to play the game. Welcome in, Big Scared. Welcome in. We're doing the Metal Gear. Climbing ledges. In front of a ledge climb. Yeah. To climb this. Yeah. We have to put our back against things before we can climb things. There's a snake right there. Should we eat it? Just raw like a spaghetti noodle? If only I had some way to kill it first. We don't have that just yet. Make a noise. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to do something. I still notice that there's like an audio desync, and I think I know why that is. I didn't want to do this during the cutscene, though, because I felt like it would be jarring. No, I can't do that either. Maybe it's just a one-off situation, like it does happen sometimes with my capture card. There, turn the sound back on. I was thinking if I just listened to the audio straight from the capture card, that would be better. But it's playing the audio from the capture card and also outputting through my computer, so I get an echo. This way, we're just going to have to deal with having a slightly delayed noise. That's okay, too. Okay. I've done this before. I'm a professional. I know how to play video games. Ah, there it is. Right. We can't hop over that. It's far too big. We have to go under it, like a snake. Ah! And this is the tree we have to climb. And there's our backpack. We got it. Congratulations.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. Ah! It's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a list on the screen. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place.
I'm just gonna say, you remember the boss, don't you? You know, your mentor. You haven't forgotten about her, have you? This person you've spent so much time with, training into special forces with. You know, it hadn't slipped your mind at all, has it? Oh, man. So the intro, I'm just going to prepare anyone watching this right now. The intro to this game and many of the cutscenes in this game are very long, especially by today's standards. So I didn't stream this last night because even after the initial download would have completed, it would have been 9 p.m. I usually end stream around 11 p.m., which means that the start to finish portion of this game would probably have just elapsed all of its beginning cutscenes before I could really get a chance to even press a button. So buckle in, folks. We got dialogue, is what I'm saying. Let's get back to it.
She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
So as an example, also hello Experimenter. It's 7:48 p.m. right now. We've gone through at least 30 minutes of radio dialogue and or cutscene, just to give you an idea of how long these scenes are going to be. They do not respect, well, I don't want to say do not respect your time, but they do take some time. Alright, so because we picked up our backpack, we now have access to some of our camo. And it tells you on the right-hand side, -10, 00, +20, 30, and so on and so forth. These are the current effectiveness rates of the camo based on where we are standing in the jungle. So yeah, Leaf is better, but you know what's much worse? Squares. This will make us stick out in the jungle. So Leaf is better. We'll just go ahead and run with that. It does have grenade here. Wearing it allows you to use grenades limitlessly. I won't be using this. It just sort of came with, I guess, the tactical version of this game. No paint, woodland, black, splitter, mask. This mask was probably put in our backpack because we said we liked Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 featured a character named Raiden. This is Raiden's face. And for those who weren't around when Metal Gear Solid 2 first came out, there was a big hoopla about Raiden because when you first played the demo from Metal Gear Solid 2, you were playing as Solid Snake on what's called the Tanker Mission. Once the Tanker Mission was finished, which was only like 2 hours of casual gameplay, you were immediately beginning to play the game as Raiden and not Solid Snake. And you stayed as Raiden for the rest of the game all the way up to the credits. So a lot of people were mad about that because they wanted to play as Solid Snake. But the gameplay was virtually identical. You were just they were just mad about the character they were moving around. So I think with this, they were just like, haha, look, remember that guy? That guy you didn't like? Well, here he is. He's in your backpack. You can look just like him if you want to. Anyway, we're going to go with woodland because we're in some woodland. Oh, and what else did we have? Backpack, a survival knife, the Mark 22 trank gun, directional mic. This will allow us to hear things at a distance. It can be useful, but I don't think it's actually used in the game as like a key item. It's just used in the game in ways where you can, if you want to, listen to things at a distance. Oh, yeah, you can hear, I believe, the end snoring when he's asleep. You can also listen in on some conversations. It's been a while since I've played this game, and now it's starting to become kind of apparent how long it's been. Calorie Mate! This is a cookie. It's a balanced nutritional food. So if you don't want to hunt for your own food, you do have this one cookie. This one cookie to see you through the entire Virtuous mission. Better make it last. The map, I consider the map just about useless. I mean, it shows where we are, where we're facing, and what the navigable terrain looks like. But I almost never used it. However, that may not be a problem from the game. That may just be a problem for me, because I'm that kind of person who's just like, I don't need nothing. I don't need a dang thing. So we have a oh. Let me put this away. How do I put this away? I just fired another round. Not me out here just firing pot shots by accident. In the PS2 version, holding down the right trigger should, or maybe not, it's... Let me ease off the trigger. Nope, still fired around. What accesses my menus? Huh. In the PS2 version, holding down the R2 key would open up the entire menu so you could switch things on or off. Okay, so it's the D-pad. I thought this was legacy controls. Well, whatever. Everyone gets the rounds. Yeah, it definitely was not the D-pad on the PS2 version. So the legacy controls are not the original controls. Or I completely forgot what the legacy controls were. One of those is more likely. Camouflage. Yeah, there wasn't a quick camouflage change in my memory. This window is definitely new. Fake death pill, revival pill. The AP sensor is basically making your controller vibrate when there's nearby life forms. Motion detector detects motion. Sonar detector detects sound. Compass gives you a mini-map, which was also not in the original release. That compass was definitely not there. So the way things work now is D-pad right and left open up the left and right menus, which is definitely new. And since we have a knife now, let's get down. Let's get down. There we go. Yeah, no. You can do this, Snake. I know you can. I've seen you do it before. Attaboy. So yeah, we have a knife. Let me see if I can't. Yeah, these mushrooms. Stab those mushrooms. Instant ration. Now, we have more food than just the Calorie Mate. We've never eaten the Siberian ink cap. We don't know what it tastes like. We don't know anything about it. Let's discover together.
Disgusting.
Was not good. It was not good. But hey, when you're hungry, you'll eat anything, right? Right. Even styrofoam, maybe. I did see some big old snakes around here. I think they were off to the left, actually. Stand up. Over here. Wait. What about this? These are different mushrooms. So the first thing that Snake does on a mission is just eat everything in sight. The Russian oyster mushroom Russian oyster mushroom, a flat-headed mushroom, not eaten yet. Well, let's fix that.
Sick.
One of the fun things about this game is just making Snake eat disgusting things. We are going to find things like bugs. We're going to find like raw fish. The snake here, by the way. The reticulated python. This is a very common python. A large snake characterized by a mesh pattern. Not eaten yet. Here, taste unknown.
Tasty.
So, Snake now likes snakes. The beginning of the snake buffet is now. Also, you can actually zoom in and look at all of the information about Calorie Mate. Calorie Mate block contains a nutritionally balanced source of the energy needed for daily activities. Calorie Mate block is great for people who are always on the go, needing an easy way of consuming energy and nutrition, whether it is for breakfast, work, sports, study, or any busy time. Those are the main meals of the day, you know? Breakfast, and then work, sports, study, any busy time. You don't actually eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You eat breakfast, work, sports, study, and any busy time. Product, balanced nutrition and food. Solid type. Ingredients, wheat flour, chocolate spread, sugar, egg, almond powder, non-fat milk powder, soy protein, wheat protein, salt, starch, sodium caseinate, modified starch, and flavors. Net weight, 80 grams. Best before, see bottom panel. That might be a date, but it's in Japanese. Manufacturer, Otsuka Pharmaceutical Corporation Limited, 29 Kanda Tsukasa Machi, Chiyoda-ku, Tokyo, Japan. Nutrition information per serving, 80 grams. Energy, 400 kcal. Protein, 8.7 grams. Fat, 22.4 grams. Carbohydrate, 41.7 grams. Sugar, 39.7. Dietary fiber, 2 grams. Salt equivalent, 0.81 grams. Calcium, 200 milligrams. Iron, 2.5 milligrams. Magnesium, 50 milligrams. Phosphorus, 90 milligrams. Vitamin A, 385 symbol grams. Vitamin B, 0.6 milligrams. Vitamin B2, 0.7, and so on and so on and so forth. Note, to ensure freshness, please eat as soon as possible after opening the package. I mean, it even has the perforations on it. That's amazing. And the website. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. There's a website on this thing? There's a website? This game is, like, placed during the Cold War. There's no internet here. Why is there a website? Unless this is the modern Calorie Mate packaging. Interesting find. But yeah. So he eats snakes. What's this? Oh, some more Mark II ammo. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. Let's get this going. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then let's do this. This one is still alive. So now we can eat a live snake instead of a dead snake. We can actually keep this snake. Hold on a second. Wrong button. Another wrong button. We can actually keep the snake as more than just food. We can actually equip the snake. Let's see. How do I do that? Should be backpack. Yeah, reticulated python. So now in our backpack, we have the reticulated python as if it was a weapon. And it's back alive again. So if you want to throw a snake on somebody, you can do it. See if we can't get our boy the snake back. You're coming with me, snake. And there we go. Can he also mix up the ingredients to make another one? No, he cannot. No, there's no crafting or alchemy in this game. Alchemy, I said. Hold on a second. And then do this, and this. Look at that tree, though. That's amazing. That's our mushroom A. Have we eaten that food yet? Yeah, the Russian oyster mushroom. We've eaten that. It tasted terrible, but we could eat it again. Maybe some other time. Yeah, so there's like a lot of wildlife. There's a lot of things you can interact with. It's not just a map that looks like a tree-filled forest. There's actual ecology here. Oops. Let me just do this. Let me do this. Give it the old butt shot. Have we eaten that snake yet? Snake G, giant anaconda, taste unknown. So, you know what that means.
That's tasty.
That's tasty. Probably tastes even better because of how fresh it was. How
Flesh.
it was. Now, there are some very small bugs. There are very small things you can easily miss in this game, and I'm not going to be able to catch all of them. I've never done it before because I don't usually buy strategy guides and I don't do completion runs. But, you know, we'll look around. We'll look around a little harder than we normally do to see if we can't find more things. Onward and upwards, as they say. There's a number of things you can notice here, I think. The grass moves normally under the wind. But if you see the grass being, like, pushed down, there might be a snake or something larger, like a gerbil. Not that the gerbil is larger than the snake, but something larger than, you know, like a bug. And that can be pushing the grass to the side. So you can actually, like, pay attention to the environment. Let yourself become one with the forest and hunt. Do I want to do this? Hey, boss, what's up?
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the Survival Viewer button to go to the Survival Viewer. Then select Camouflage and press the Enter button. Select Uniform to select Battle Fatigues, and Face to select Face paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Well, after eating 2 whole snakes and some bad mushrooms, yeah, he would get some indigestion. All right. Speaking of indigestion, there's another thing you can do in this game that was, whoops, we're going to the wrong zone. That was really cool, and it's actually useful. For example, oh, we can't do it yet, unless, oh no, yeah, we can do it. So the model viewer, we can see Snake in all of his full HD glory. We can zoom in slowly. He's so angry, you know, angry he is. Zoom out. We can spin. We can move him off camera. Well, we used to be able to move him off camera. I guess we can't do that anymore. It used to be you could, like, move him all the way to the side so he comes out from the other side like you were playing Pac-Man or something. Oh well. But you can spin him around. And I mean, most people who've heard of Metal Gear Solid probably know this secret. You can just keep spinning him around and spinning him around and spinning him around. That's not the secret. The secret is, once you're done spinning him around so much, we'll give it 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Once you're done spinning him around, he will throw up. Like you were just spinning him around in circles. And when you make him throw up, he does lose a quarter of his stamina bar. However, if he eats food that's bad for him and you want him to throw it up, that's how you do it. It's not a game mechanic that's meant to be done that way. It's just a hidden thing you can do if you're zany enough to think of it. But now that he's lost some of his stamina, let's go ahead and eat something. Let's have another. Just eat the snake.
This tastes great.
Yeah, he fucking loves it. His food history, medical history. He's had the reticulated python. He's had another reticulated python. He's eaten a giant anaconda and then 2 mushrooms on the side. He's had a big snaky meal already. Yeah, this game is full of just quirky stuff like that. So it makes it so memorable and easy and fun to keep playing. This is actually not even the first HD remake of this game, and I'm not even talking about the PlayStation, I think it was the PlayStation 3 release of the HD collection. They had a Nintendo 3DS release of this game, where you could play the game in 3D. How cool is that? I do not own that version of the game, and I would not want to play it in 3D on a 3DS. I like Nintendo, I do, but I've never really vibed with Nintendo's constant need to recreate the wheel and then also do that kind of poorly. For example, the Game Boy. Spinach green screen, that's forgivable. At the time, they were trying to lower battery consumption. Game Boy Advance, no backlight. That isn't forgivable. If you've ever tried to play anything on a Game Boy Advance, well, it's very difficult because you can't see anything. Then they give us the Game Boy Advance SP. Give us the backlight. They remove the headset port. So now you have to play without the headset. Or have to buy a separate adapter. And that's where I start having my issues. They take things away and then bring it back, but only if you pay for it. Like, no, this should be an accessory that comes with the Game Boy Advance because, wow, these guys are really visible. Because it's an essential function, or at least I consider it to be an essential function, to have a headset port. Look at these guys. Wow. Is anyone hungry? I know somebody here is hungry. Wait a second. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, I'm going to sink into the mud here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's get back over here. I don't think we can kill it with a single knife thrust. But I'm going to try. Oh, you can. Amazing. And now we get flesh, 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 more flesh, flesh, and additional flesh. Flesh. And now we don't have to worry about any kind of food. We have so much food. Indian gavial, a large crocodile, not eaten yet. Well, down the hatch.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Cool. Ah! Didn't even see that guy. Oh, no, no, don't sink into the mud and die. Yo, what? 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 Yeah, all right. Well, that's a thing. And yes, that was a honeycomb. Those were bees. And we did get some honeycomb and what was the other thing we got? Probably a backpack. We got the hornet's nest itself. It's a beehive rich with honey. We can throw it like a grenade, or we can eat it, which I'm sure is delicious. So, in the PlayStation 2 version of this game, there were like little green frog dudes you could find. They definitely were not a duckling. They were a frog. So this has so far been less and less of the one-for-one remake that I expected, and it's becoming like there's definitely some things they changed. But yeah, so you would find them. There's a bunch of them. That tail is fucking weird. There's a bunch of them, and there's a couple of them that are in very fast-moving spots that you're definitely gonna miss them on your first playthrough. I stopped looking for them when I realized that that's the case, and I didn't want to have to like look for them without a strategy guide. I mean, you have to think the PS2 version came out like the internet was there, but it was still like some people still had like dial-up internet, you know? Like it wasn't just go on the internet and snappily find the thing you need to find immediately. It was more like, okay, here we go. Wait, GameFAQs is loading, click. When you could have been playing video games, and there was no social media to get distracted by. You know? Like, you don't just pop on Facebook for a little bit while something's loading just to pass the time. You genuinely want the thing to load immediately and get back on your business of playing video games. I know how to change weapons. I know how to view the equipment window. Can I get that tip taken off my screen now? Maybe when I get through this area. Yeah, so I just didn't want to have to find all of those secret little critters just because, you know, what do I get out of it, really? What do I get out of an achievement besides, I don't know, this? This is another scene where we can press R1.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
I think he said pineapples before.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
I do wonder if they recast or re-recorded the voices. I mean, David Hayter sounds like to the decibel the exact same that I remember. But I'm pretty sure he said AK-47s and pineapples. But that could have also just been Metal Gear Solid 1, where I'm certain Solid Snake said pineapples. No. No. I want just the knife. There we go. Because there's some disgusting mushrooms here. But we're going to use this because there's something fun you can do with food. Not here. Backpack. We'll just throw this. It'll be fine. We don't really enjoy the Siberian ink cap. This button? Yeah. There we go. Does he see it? My man, do you see that lunch I just gave you? Hello? I'm delivering lunch to you. He is definitely not going to notice my lunch. So I better put him to sleep. But what if, hear me out, what if we just leave the lunch on him, like sort of a weird Santa Claus situation? You know, we just leave it, wait, there we go, leave it right there. So when he wakes up, he's going to be like, hey, there's lunch. Let me make that better. Take the lunch. Listen to me. Take the tips. Take the lunch. So R1, R2. This is definitely backwards from the PS2 version. Throw with R2. There you go. He's going to wake up with a lunch all nestled in his armpit. Fresh from the oven. You need to remember the basics of CQC. You know what? We have a guy, right? We could just remember the basics of CQC together with the guy. Remember the basics of CQC is just kick the guy in the balls. Okay, so they did make it a little bit easier. I don't actually have to hold the circle key and kill him by accidentally holding it a little too strong. I can just press a button to kill him now.
Speak. We won't hand over Sokolov. Answer me. Let go of me. Answer me. We won't hand over Sokolov.
I'm pretty sure it'd be easy to slip this kind of a grip. I mean, yeah, unless he's really quick with that knife, and he probably is. Let's be honest. Snake is really quick with that knife. But, like, the grip is really loose here. He's just, like, cuddling with him. This is, like, the spooning grip. Left and circle to throw. Or we can just choke him with the circle button. Put him out like a light. And hey, don't forget your lunch. There you go. There you go, big guy. Something you can wake up to. Something you can enjoy. Is there anything here? I'm starting to get used to the control scheme. I mean, it's just startling how crystal clear everything looks. Oh, shit. That's a whole bird. As always, I'm sorry, Beep Salt. Bird-E. I wonder what that tastes like. Oh, you mean I can't eat it? Oh, no, yeah, there it goes. Sunda whistling thrush, captured alive. Not eaten yet. Well, no.
Pretty tasty.
Oh, well, at least it was tasty. Just eat a whole ass bird. But yeah, the I'm sorry, Beep Salt line always occurs to me because when I first streamed, it was me, Garlips, and who was known then at the time as Dead Man Limping, I think. But then he changed his name to Maticus Finch, and we together started streaming almost all at the same time, and we were playing Resident Evil Outbreak together. Uh-oh. Anyway, the very first viewer we had was named Beep Salt. And they are a fun streamer whom I haven't followed in a while, but I just always remember that they were one of the first people to watch us do streams. Oh shit, grenades! We can give this guy a whole different kind of lunch. What do you think? Should we do it? We have 5 grenades. Should we do it? Should we feed this man a pineapple? Hey, wake up. Oh, never mind. This is us dragging you around to hide you. I thought I was going to literally pick you up. Foolish me. Well, I don't think there's anything we can get from this guy anyway. So we'll just leave him here. Take the ammo. And you know we got to do it to him, right? We got to do it to him. This is where this happens. No one to catch us off guard? Except for that guy? Shit. Well, let's feed this guy his pineapple lunch.
HQ, respond. This is HQ. Patrol here. We're under enemy fire. Enemy's position is unknown. Going into alert formation.
What do you mean under enemy fire?
Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
I didn't shoot any bullets. There he is. There. Everything's fine now. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was just gonna like hide in there or something, but then these guys just sort of showed up and I needed to take care of them. I know what we can do. We can create a corpse tree. I'm gonna whisper in this guy's ear. Would you like that? Would you like it if I created a corpse tree? I think he said yes. I think he said yes. Let's put you right there inside the corpse tree. And go get your friends. Anyone else? Anyone else? The fact that caution hasn't just immediately depleted indicates that there is at least one other person here. But the good thing about playing on normal is that the Tranquilizer Dart has a good long period where they're going to stay asleep, so I don't have to worry about them waking up. And we won't have to worry about them waking up either because they're all going to die in the corpse tree. Damn it! Yep, there it is. Somebody is still here. Trying to figure out where I'm at. We gotta be careful. Because that guy there is asleep in the grass. But I do not know where the other person is. Hey, man. This might be a good opportunity to showcase something else you can do with characters. I believe this guy had a radio.
Who's that?
Ah! I do not know where they're at. Oh, there you are.
Control here. Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
CQC! CQC! Yeah! Oh, somebody else saw me. Oh shit! He's over here with the corpse tree! Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. I'll get this figured out eventually. Stay asleep. And that's literally the only direction they can come from. Got him. Next. Alright, see how evasion dropped down to 0 immediately and now there's no caution? That's because everyone here is asleep. Everyone has been neutralized. And while they're taking a break, I'm going to take a short break myself. We'll be right back. I think we're more or less on our way out. Most of the RPD has been explored. Except for the clock tower part. No, no. Excuse me, sir, who are you? I am Peppino Spaghetti. You can dance. Well, nice to meet you. Is there a frog tickling my ass? That's weird.
Okay.
I know I've been up here before, but something just makes me feel like I should check now that things have changed. And it shouldn't be dangerous in here. I fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Good to go. Good to crawl around if we want to. So with our level 1 card, we do have to select it before we can open the door. We can go in here. We can see Johnny's butt again if we want to. We can get real close to it. In fact, we can just be like, damn.
Dang! Bad ass.
Behold! Now that's amazing.
Yeah, so it says here that Loa, it's a general name for gods and spirits of Vodum. The gods that actually affect human lives are called by this name. Those with negative power are said to be able to kill with a fatal curse. You know, like in that there Harry Potter movie. Ah, look at me roar. Alright, anyway. What do I got here? I got Myrmidon, Abysmal Surge, and a Life Drain spell. I'm weak to psychic damage and blessed damage, wouldn't you know it. But I'm nullifying that lightning, I'm strong versus fire, and that nuclear damage. It doesn't do shit to me. I'm pretty strong, kid. I just like that voice sometimes.
The wind. It's nice.
Can I put radio over his face? I am Spirit of Vengeance. I'm the Spirit of Vengeance. Dear me! That is awesome. That is so awesome. Oh my god.
Not anymore. We can talk about it when you get here.
Your turn.
That's a rocket.
Bound for the checkpoint rest town.
Uh-huh. It's just called the Checkpoint Rest Town. Welcome ye to the town. It's called Checkpoint Rest Town. Go on into Place to Drink Tavern, and then there's also Place to Sleep Inn, and also the Banging Throughout the Night Blacksmith, as we like to call it, because of the hammering and such.
Take you anywhere till I...
That I'd produce that key.
Hi there. Something I can help you with?
You look like you need help. Are there any strangers in town?
Not on my watch. Captain Bird will know for sure, though. We all report to him. Goodbye.
Base is under attack.
Hope it's okay.
My ghost is getting caught.
Seismic activity is increasing. Caution is advised.
Done. Hit and run! Oh yeah, baby.
Alert. Lava surge imminent. Evacuate low ground immediately.
Alright, let's do this. Nothing I can't handle. Fair enough.
Red Lobster.
Way.
Oh, come on. Fucking hell. Yeah, we cooking some Reapers is what we're cooking. I just jumped them right into the lava right after that. Oh my god. Alright, well, it's fine. We got the achievement, and it's not like make sure all the Reapers make it out alive is an achievement.
We'll call it even.
We'll call it even.
Where did this come from?
Oh man, I saw it coming too. I was like, I'm gonna die. We're not gonna worry about that. Whatever that was, doesn't matter. Inconsequential. Stars badge. Man, I am the fastest fucking draw in the West, I'll tell you what.
In this scene, the main character says, "That ass better not crack under pressure."
What a
Usually,
line.
People's asses are already cracked. Yours is as well, right?
Okay. Okay. All right. I can feel it.
Okay. And she is delivering the 1,000-yard stare that really delivers that punchline.
This is it.
Obviously.
Good. That is a relief. If that is the case, then this must be referring to a different ass.
Well, that's fine. Being ostracized has enabled me to focus on my own research and development. Regardless, I look forward to working with you. I'll be sure to add some additional medicine for you, my little guinea pig. That's awesome. I'm gonna get so many drugs. Watch out! Rank 3. Sterilization. She sterilized us. Nah, there's no need. There's no need. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. Will we be fine? Eileen, are you okay? You look like hell. You've been through a lot, though. I mean, I understand. There was a fan theory stating that if you use a holy candle next to, you know, oh god, he's not supposed to be here. He's not supposed to be here.
Can you think of anything?
Is it a muddy bath?
No, not even close. How about it? Can you think of anything?
Is it a muddy bath though?
Not even close. How about it? Can you think of anything?
A mansion?
No, not even close.
I am way too careful for banana peels. Aha! You think you can do it again? Watch as I disarm your trap. My balls. No! I was just gonna push it with my foot and just get rid of it. I don't even feel anything right now. Like I just won the lottery.
I played this unbending out of my way. With each battle, I grow stronger.
We went 20 levels.
No, I feel like I was running from it all over again.
This is it.
A long time ago, I remember tagging along with Mari-san and my father during a golfing trip.
Okay.
I was so happy running around that I ended up tripping and falling. Then of course I started crying. Then all of a sudden, Mari-san came up to me and said, "Stop crying and get back up."
All right.
And that shocked me at first because I always thought of her as an extremely gentle person.
Okay.
But because I knew she was so kind, I managed to stop crying and eventually got back up.
This is
I
it.
remember thinking Mari-san would never say anything out of place. I trusted her completely.
I can feel
At
it.
that point, Mari-san hugged me and said,
Okay.
"No matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up and start again. Never forget that." Can you believe it? I didn't quite understand back then, but I think I do now.
Okay.
There's more to good character than kind.
We have a death. They just leave her there? They just leave Maria there on the ground? Nightfall is approaching, sir. Please remain inside the castle. I get my dark sword, my dark armor, my dark gloves, my dark shield, my dark helmet, my dark armor, and they still won't let me out of the castle like it's not safe. I am protected by darkness. The darkness protects me.
If we didn't already have it. And you know what's gonna happen.
Okay. I can feel it. Okay. I can see it. Okay. This is it. It's showtime.
You never see
My mind is too fast for her eyes.
Exchange student. My name is André Laurent Jean Geroux.
No, it isn't. Now it's just Andre. That's it.
But you can call me Bebe.
No.
It's quite nice to meet you.
No, I am not calling you Bebe. No. Ramco eats breakfast? Luck.
Start the game already!
And we are back. So yeah, something occurred to me as I was out taking the dog out. The reason why I say sorry, Beep Salt, when killing a bird is not because Beep Salt was, I don't know, not because they were the first person that watched the stream. It was because they often represent themselves with ravens. Like, that's their avatar on stream, Twitch, and that kind of stuff. So, you know, whenever I'm killing a bird, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, Beep Salt. And that's what that's about. I'm not sure I actually mentioned that specific detail, and it does kind of matter. Okie dokie. I believe this is enough for our corpse tree. Let's get ourselves a grenade. We have 9 of them now. Let's take a good hard look at these guys. And then we just, you know, we just kind of fill up that tree with grenade. Corpse tree. Of course, it's spilled out a lot, but you know, it's a lot of work to move all these bodies. I'm just not going to worry about it. Just not going to worry about it. But accident. Oh, shit. Ah! What? Where am I? How am I being shot from over this direction?
HQ, respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
We can't spare reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
They can't spare reinforcements? That's awful. How are they going to get reinforcements if they can't spare reinforcements? Anyway, I'm not going to... Wait. There is something I can do.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost the enemy. Enter high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
And all was quiet. This camouflage doesn't help at all. It actually would help if I did this. In the upper right-hand corner, you can see where it says 90%. That's because of the combination of woodland camo and leaf camo. Gives me near total invisibility while laying in grass. But, you know, running around like this doesn't help at all. Go on, get up. Okay, so he's a radio user, and you know that. Well, I can't. Well, yeah, I can show you. I can show you. He is. Didn't he have a radio on him? I saw the red light. Well, I don't see it now. Well, either way, let's interrogate him.
Speak.
There it is.
When you walk on moist soil, your footprints...
Moist soil? I don't want... I want military secrets. What are you doing?
Speak. Bastard. Speak. When you walk on moist soil...
Okay, enough of the moist soil. Oh, wait, what?
Who's that?
I was gonna kung fu you. I have to kung fu. Oh, I see. I see. All right, let's just get out of here. It's getting too hot. Camouflage. We'll get a bigger bonus with tree bark camouflage. Woodland is fine. I don't know who they're firing at. I don't know who they're firing at. Dude runs up and shows me exactly who he's firing at. You dummy! Too much moist soil. Let's see. Attach a new suppressor. They'll never see it coming. Ow! Get up, Snake! Damn it! Climb. Thank you for the heads up on how to climb back up. So many times I've done something like that and ended up just falling off a cliff. Ow! I slammed my head into the tree. Falling off a cliff because I didn't know which button climbed up. Ah! Shout out to the Virtuous Mission. Oh, pay attention to the health bar. It's now blue. That blue indicates my stamina going down for holding on to the edge of this this cliff. So we're gonna climb back up.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost the enemy. Enter high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby.
The enemy is still nearby. Olive drab. 70% camo on the... 65% camo on the bridge. But really, Snake is just really afraid of heights. This is the only way he can cross this bridge. If you look to the left, you can see a curving path. That guy is super dead. Well, no, he fell in the water head first at a complete limp. I mean, he was absolutely asleep. He may not be dead, but he's going to wake up wet and unhappy somewhere down the river. There's plenty of mushrooms, but I don't want to eat any more mushrooms. But this was one of the limitations with Metal Gear Solid, and it's like Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. All of them had the exact same limitation. The camera is fixed. It's difficult to know what's in front of you without hitting R1 first to look straight ahead. That's one way to do it, Snake. And here we get our XM16E1 assault rifle, a state-of-the-art assault rifle currently being field tested by the U.S. Army. Uses small caliber, high muzzle velocity 5x56 by 45mm ammunition, 20 round magazine, ready with L2, press R2 to fire. But now we have a lethal weapon. Now we can actually kill. Not with a grenade, not with a knife, but straight up murder. Let's eat something to celebrate. What do we got? What do we got? We got fruit. Actual fruit. Good good cholesterol, probably. Large fruit not eaten yet. Well, we got to eat it now.
I want some more.
He wants another one, he says. Oh, maybe another time, Snake. Not right now. I don't think I can climb or stay like this. Yeah, it's going to throw me off immediately. I have died here so many times because the very first time I got here, I was like, wait, how do I pull myself up again? Was it the X button? It's not the X button. That one lets go. Was it the square button? No. It's the triangle button. This version of the game at least tells you what the button is before you press it, which is nice. Oh, they're all waking up back there. That's okay. We don't need to deal with them. They're gonna be like, we all spontaneously had a nap. We just slept together, all of us at once. No one remembers what happened. It's true. All right, I'm gonna just jump over here. But yeah, so Metal Gear Solid 1, You had to have the first-person view to see it in front of you. So even in the harder modes, where they took away your Soliton radar, you just had to kind of guess if something was in front of you or not.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
There is one benefit to the way the camera is situated. Before this compass was available, which it wasn't in the PS2 version, at least northeast would orient correctly because you can't move the camera in any other direction. So that's north, that's east, that's west, that's south. And that way you don't have to think about where you're looking at any time. You can just go, okay, northeast section of the building, so that's the building in front of me. That's north. That's northeast, right over there. So definitely that side of the building is where Sokolov is. You know, there's a reason for everything. Good design, for the most part. And we didn't really have, like, better design just yet. We just kind of... We being the greater gaming industry, the developers and all that, we're still figuring shit out. I mean, even in the PS2 and PS3 eras, we're still kind of figuring shit out. So... Good night, sweet prince. That's 1. I believe there's 11, but I might be wrong. I might be misremembering a speed run, and that speed run might have been on a harder difficulty, so it would have been more guards than what we are seeing now. Let me get a sweep of the area here. Pretty sure there's a guy upstairs. But what I like about Metal Gear Solid so much, especially when compared to things like Splinter Cell or Thief, is that if you do screw up the stealth, it's not game over. You get to continue playing. You get to kind of run around Daffy Duck style, shooting guns and having a good time, playing the video game instead of, like, beating yourself up because you got seen by something you wouldn't have expected to be seen by. I think having fun is probably the most important aspect of any video game. And Kojima knew how to have fun. Until Death Stranding, I guess. Because, I don't know, a lot of people had mixed feelings about that one. I got it for free on Epic, but I still haven't played it. I expect to eventually, someday. But I think I'd rather play FF15 and 16 before I step in on Death Stranding. This fence is really in my way. Gotta be more than just 2 guards around here. There you are. I saw you. Stand tall. Raise gun.
You never see it coming. You say that my mind is too fast for a ride.
I will be getting a lot of use out of that button, I think, with this playthrough. whenever I get stealth takedowns. Go ahead and hide this guy in the grass. It's handy that they're all carrying the same ammunition I'm using with my trank gun. I've done this so many times and I keep thinking, is it safe? Is it safe? And I think, yeah, it's gotta be safe this time. And then it's just not safe. Isn't there a window I can get in from the side? No. I can definitely hear some footprints, though. Aha! Well, this is an opportunity for us to get some rat food. That is food from rats, not food for rats. We have not eaten a rat yet, so let's get this down the hatch. Unusually pleasant. But you know, there's been many movies, and especially like in the science fiction genre, where rats are used for meat. So maybe there's some truth behind that. Hornet's nest, taste unknown. We know the hornet's nest is going to taste amazing, so we're not going to eat that right now. And the calorie mate is like a last-ditch food item. Da-da, 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 da-da. The rat is fast. There you are. I can definitely hear some footsteps above my head. I want to say, though, that I can... There's a way to get up... Oops. From down here to the floor above me. We ratting out? Hell yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of this. Or maybe I'm thinking about the trapdoor that's in Sokolov's room that you use to escape Sokolov's room, but not enter Sokolov's room. Oh. Sir.
The enemy, he's here.
Well, shit. Well, if someone comes over here looking for that guy, then I'm ready with my Mark 22.
What's wrong?
Or is he going to be waking up other guards? The enemy, I need help! No, no, don't do that. Oh, it's one of those ducks. Well, it's a bit of a noisemaker, but... No, 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 stop that. No, no, stop it. Stop it. I see him. Wow, I really took the long way around on that one, didn't I? Clear shot there. And all is quiet, it seems. Got some life med. Now, life med is better than rations, better than food, because it gives you a direct healing, I believe. I believe. Life med is one of those things I didn't use very much of. It was either do or die, as in I will fight until I am dead, or I will succeed in my stealth. I was so sure there was somebody up there. I believe there are lockers we can still use. Metal Gear Solid 2 introduced lockers, but I didn't see any.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the Army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a crew soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgin.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgin's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
So, that was fun, right? A couple of things you can do here, or at least one major thing. So for those who don't know, Metal Gear Solid 1 featured a character named Revolver Ocelot. This character's name is Ocelot, and Snake here has suggested he use a revolver from now on, instead of using Whoops. Instead, I'm not used to the controls yet. Instead of using the automatic that he was using. But what would happen? What would happen if we just killed Ocelot right here? Instead of letting him go on to be in Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 4, and 5. Huh. Let's find out. Game over. Ocelot is dead. Time paradox.
You've created a time paradox. Snake, you can't go changing the future like that.
And that voice is the voice of Colonel, the character used in Metal Gear Solid... Sorry, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4. And you can even go to Metal Gear Portable Ops on the PSP, because that's where you first meet the character. But he's basically Snake's Major Tom character in Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 and partially 4. And the game over screen says time paradox. If you let it like switch the letters around over time. Paradox. Yeah, that's kind of fun, isn't it? I think it's fun. The story can no longer continue without Ocelot's influence. So, time paradox was created. Most games nowadays would force you to not be able to shoot at a person. You would just like have your gun pointed, and then instead of firing, you'd just like point the gun upwards or downwards, or the cursor will change a different color to indicate that you actually can't fire your gun or whatever. But this game lets you just do it, and they let you have a little fun with it. The whole idea of creating this time paradox. I think that's pretty cool. I also think, I believe, there might be an item up here. Oh, M16 ammo. Figures. Is there anything over here? Oh, there we go. The shotgun. The M37, a 12-gauge shotgun. There's no silencing a 12-gauge shotgun. It sends enemies flying. Ready it with L2 and press R2 to fire. So, backpack. Pull that baby out. Because there's going to be a time, there's going to be one sweet day when it's like, you know what? We're going to go loud. I like that you can actually just switch from L2 to R2 like that and just fire from the hip. That's kind of nice. There may be some other items in this fort too, because this fort, we didn't actually explore it at all. We just went around it, knocked out all the guards, and got to Sokolov, experienced the thrilling new dramatic change. Is there anything here that I can see? No. I want to say one of the books is in here. And the books aren't important, but, you know, we did choose to see the European book, and I don't know, maybe it'd be worth taking a look at. Speaking of books, there's papers right there. I also am pretty sure... Oh, I was pretty sure there was something there. Well, I guess there's nothing. There's all Sokolov's burned papers. I mean, we have really strong HD textures now. We can take a look at things here. But I do not read Russian, unfortunately, so I don't know what any of that says. I wonder if any of it's actually story-relevant stuff. There's that trapdoor I was talking about. We will use that trapdoor at a later time. It won't be now. This is the locker I was thinking of. In case you need to hide. I smell something downstairs, like somebody's cooking a pizza. That's not possible. It's 9:30 in the afternoon, or in the evening. We've also already had dinner. We had spaghetti. Spagooty, as the wife likes to say sometimes. Spagooty. I'm not going to be using this gun as much as I would like to because it is very loud. Also, all of these barrels do explode, so if I shot them, I'd kill a lot of the sleeping guards here. Also, if you kill guards with a loud weapon like this, you're guaranteed to get reinforcements to fall upon your head, which means you're going to be fighting even more guards. Unless you're on your way out of that zone, it's just not a good time. I could have swore there was more here, though. Gotta be something else. Alright, so I can hang from here. Alright, I guess there's just nothing. We do come back here later on. I need to put this away before I get myself in trouble. Just firing it all willy-nilly. Putting holes in trees. So, like, in this situation where you're moving towards the south end of the camera, there's very little visibility for what's in front of you. It's very easy to just run straight into a guard. That's what I'm talking about, where I'm like, you know what, this camera isn't all that great. You can move it down a little bit to do this, but it's not much better. But still, orienting yourself naturally and intuitively where north and south and all that stuff is also kind of handy. I just don't know if it's more handy.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Metal Gear!
Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
new blood has been rejected.
Cowabunga!
Are we done here?
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
So before this continues, I want to fill in some blanks because Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, those games came before this one, and there are some things that may not be making much sense. For one, Sokolov mentioning Snake's excellent use of Russian when everyone is speaking English. This isn't some delusion or anything. It is literally that Snake is in Russia. Everyone in Russia speaks Russian, but we are an American audience playing a video game, so everyone is voiced in English. But they make special mention of Snake's ability to speak with everyone in Russia using Russian, because Metal Gear Solid 1, Solid Snake doesn't speak Russian. So it's like, wait a second, he never spoke Russian. Because at the time when this game came out, and it's a well-known fact by now, when this game came out, this character that we're playing is called Snake, and it was meant to throw us off a scent, because at the end of this game, it's revealed that you are Big Boss. Big Boss is the legendary soldier that everyone wants the genes from to make super genome soldiers in Metal Gear Solid 1. And the reason I'm telling you all this, again, is because it's a well-known fact from Metal Gear Solid 3 and 5 that Big Boss is a playable character. There's memes all over the place and all that kind of stuff. And it's not a very well hidden secret, not just because of the Russian thing, but because of the time period. If this was actually Solid Snake during the Cold War, where Solid Snake is in his 20s in the 2000s, he would be less than a baby at this time. So there really shouldn't have been any expectation that this is Solid Snake. But I was one of the fools who thought that it was Solid Snake at the time, though I was like, this doesn't add up. Why are they saying these things about him and making it seem like he's supposed to be Solid Snake? I mean, he's supposed to be, right? Because you only ever play Solid Snake. But remember what I said about Metal Gear Solid 2? Where you play as Solid Snake for all of 2 hours, and then you play as Raiden, a not Snake character, who does all the same things that Snake does, but simply is not David Hayter's Solid Snake. Well, Kojima gave it to us again. He was like, oh, they want to play Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 3? Sure. He'll look and sound like Solid Snake, but he'll be a little different here and there. Like the basics of CQC, for example. Solid Snake does not do a toe kick or ankle kick in his combinations. He does not hold a gun and a knife together. That's Big Boss. Solid Snake does more of the like 1-2 punch roundhouse kicks, more modernistic like high energy moves, because he's a young guy. Screaming about Metal Gear Solid 5. Man, so the plan is to play this, Peace Walker, and MGS5. Oh, yeah, that's right. They let you customize your dude in the beginning, and you're like, okay, cool, I made a character. And then, like, you don't see him again for, like, hours. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Once again, Kojima's like, oh, you thought you were playing as Solid Snake or something like that? Well, do another switcheroo on you. With the only exception of Metal Gear Solid 4. Where even then, he still switched it up because you play as Old Snake. And Old Snake has back problems. Old Snake groans with pain after squatting for too long. I relate with Old Snake now more so than ever because I am that age. And I definitely groan when I kneel. He's old now, yeah. So I just wanted to point those things out because they are important, but like the joke is long run its course. The memes have informed us who this character is. Even if you're just catching this information out like by osmosis or whatever, I don't want anyone here thinking, wait, that's supposed to be Solid Snake, right? Because it's clearly not. The time period, the speaking Russian, the tactics, the relation with the boss, who, if you remember, I believe Solid Snake calls Michael Miller boss at some point, but maybe not. I might be making that part up. But definitely, he was trained by Michael Miller, period. He was not trained by the boss as featured in this game, who, by the way, is my favorite female character of all time. She is the best. I named my laptop Joy after her because she is the best. I love her so much. She is just the best. But I'm not going to explain any further why, because that's part of the game's story. But yeah, so I wanted to just like lay out some of that, and so there's not as much confusion. Of course, anyone who tunes in after that explanation won't be in the know, but what can I do about that? Make a scrolling marquee? He's not the boss, or he's not Solid Snake. He's not. Anyway, I just feel embarrassed because my cousin figured it out immediately, and he pointed out the time period and the Russian and all that kind of stuff as the game progressed. Like, and I was like, ah. I couldn't fathom why I didn't put that together. I was just so lost in the drama of it all. Who is this guy? Or I'm certain this is Solid Snake. He sounds just like him. Those are cookies I smell. That's not pizza. How did I get that screwed up? Anyway, let's get back to it.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the Survival Viewer with the Survival Viewer button. If you select Cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into two types of treatment: medicine and surgical procedures. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with a movement stick to the affected part of your body, and press the enter button. Once you've selected the affected area, use the movement stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the Survival Viewer and treat those wounds.
Survival Viewer. Okay, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it here, but later on when I do other healing, what I enjoy doing is I just like point to the area and I just give it everything I got. And the reason I do that is because, honestly, you get so many healing items and medical items in this game. It doesn't harm anything to just use all of your items on everything you own. So use the knife on the cut, cigar on the cut, ointment on the cut, disinfectant, styptic, splint it, bandage it, suture it. You're good. Use the knife on this cut too. Just use everything. It sort of breaks the immersion they were going for, but it's their fault for giving me so many items. I also want to point this part out too. This is the boss's bandana, and we all know that Solid Snake wore a bandana in Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, he gets that, but it's the Infinite Ammo bandana. Anyway, he's seen wearing a bandana, so you might think, oh, this is how Solid Snake got the bandana. It's like, no, there's too much evidence against that. No, stop thinking of it, Solid Snake. Stop it.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
I do wish they had just called it Metal Gear.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear.
you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Oh, data save, yes. Of course. That is the Virtuous mission, which is great. I'm glad we got that acknowledgement because I think we're going to wrap it up here. I'm getting kind of tired. I was actually closing my eyes thinking that the transition from that cutscene would lead into the other cutscenes. But no, it led to the save spot, which means that when we start, probably Thursday night, we can pick up right after the Virtuous mission, get a whole new breakdown for the next mission, which is the main game. And I do think it's funny because Naked Snake, he got a fractured elbow, lacerations, and all kinds of stuff. I think 3 days pass from this point to the start of the next mission. And I don't think 3 days is long enough to heal a fractured elbow. But what do I know? What do I know? But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it here because, again, I'm getting tired and it's getting close enough to, well, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's about an hour earlier than I would normally close up, but I do work in the morning. I worked a lot today, and I don't need to make any excuses. I'm tired and sleepy, and I want to go to bed. So thank you for watching and hanging out, though. I appreciate it. I know my streams have been sporadic, but it's just harder and harder lately to find the 3 to 5 hours I would like to spend a night to stream on top of maintaining a schedule, trying to maintain a workout schedule, keeping up with my health and all that kind of stuff. But I enjoy streaming. I still want to keep doing it, so you'll see me here again. I am going to aim for Thursday, because tomorrow I'm going to make the time to do the workout stuff that we're supposed to be doing. And yeah, maybe I'll try to do a weekend stream. I don't normally do those, but Saturday and Sunday, Saturday specifically, I'm open. I can make a stream happen that day. And I would like to make a lot of progress on this game. I bought it last week, and I've been wanting to play it since I bought it. So I would like to continue to do that. But as for right now, that is the end of our stream for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Please have a good night.